This chain inspection video is brought to you by the American Towing and Recovery Institute and our EV Clever app. This comprehensive list of electric vehicles and emergency response guides are available to you on Apple and Google, free for the first 30 days. If I want to be safe with chain, what are some of the things that I can do?
Visual inspection of your equipment is one of the biggest things you can do. One of the many things I like about Peerless is they've developed a checklist for inspecting chain. Any rigging before you use it should be visually inspected before and after usage. Of course, you're looking to make sure the tag is still on it, it's legible. You're also looking at the individual links for bent links, worn links, gouges, weld spatter, which we don't normally see in our industry, but if that was the case, that would be a criteria for taking out of service. Also looking for major corrosion or other damage. All sling attachments, including oblong master links, connection links, and hooks must be inspected before use. You're looking for twists, cracks, distortion. Now, we talked about for the chain, looking for all those things, and also the connectors. Also, things like twists, oblong, flat on a steel table, got any wobble to it at all, that's a criteria for taking out of service. Your hooks or the throat spread open any. Again, any visual sign of distortion, take it out of service, take it to a higher inspection authority. Do not trust your life to rigging that's already started to show signs of overload. Speaking of the load, you should know the balance, determine the center of gravity whenever possible. Center of gravity can affect one leg more than the other if you're lifting with a 2-leg chain bridle, 3-leg chain bridle, etc. So knowing that center of gravity, along with just knowing the weight you're dealing with and not overloading the sling and the configuration you're going to put it in. Also, something people don't think about, but a chain with a twist in it is nowhere near as strong as a chain straight. All these ratings and all these working loads all comply with things not being twisted, etc. Which leads us to number 4, knots, twists, kinks. Make sure they're not chains not twisted or knotted. Kink before loading. Chain should never be shortened with knots. The makeshift devices. Very, very dangerous situation there. And I don't care if it's a grade 8 bolt and a grade 8 chain. You're talking about loading forces in different directions. Just don't trust your life to makeshift solutions. Number 5. Protect your chain slings from sharp edges by using conveyor belt, wood blocks, etc. Damage can occur to chain slings when not protected from sharp edges from loads. Number 6, they call it abrupt movement. I call it a shock load. Raising in, lowering load smoothly. Do not jerk. I see as many shock loads sometimes with somebody setting a load to the ground, so pay attention to that as well. If you're moving a load, you should try to avoid stopping unless you absolutely have to. Your stops and your starts should be as smooth as possible, utilizing your controls on your equipment. Then if you have a remote that's not proportional, we strongly suggest for serious use with the winches, you should use the hand controls where you can feather it in and feather it out. Heat can affect all grades of chain. Here's some information from Peerless on the effects of heat on grade 80 and grade 100 chain. Please consult with the manufacturer's representative if you operate in extreme temperatures. Chain care. Store the slings properly off the ground to protect from corrosion during storage. Do not drag chains across the floor. Peerless recommends applying a lubricant or light oil to protect chains from environmental corrosion. We suggest hanging chains vertical in a forward toolbox. This helps for several reasons. One is to keep the corrosion to a minimum. One is to help with organization, since you do work in one of the world's deadliest workplaces. With any situation, these guidances do not take away from situational awareness. Pay attention to your chains, all your slings. Don't use them when they're twisted, etc. They can last a whole lot longer. And pay attention to everything that's going on with the chain slings, synthetic slings, etc. Your life depends on it.
For all your rigging needs, give us a look at towingequipmentdirect.com or email us at info@amtowri.org. Also, you can give us a call at 910-747-9000.